Alright, what we're going to do today is I'm going to make me some soft jaws for my vise here. And before I do that, I'll give you a little backstory on this vise here. You know, everybody always sees it and they only see the top half here. And it's quite a piece of machinery. I picked it up probably 45 years ago in a flea market for $15. This thing's got to weigh about 125 pounds. But anyway, it served me well, and I would imagine it's over 100 years old, and it still works and it's still in good shape. And I've never really had a set of soft jaws in there. And for those of you that don't know what they are, let me get the tripod. I'll stick these up there, and we'll go a little more into detail. All right. For the past 40 years or so, my idea of soft jaws was just this. I used to use tape. Right? This is duct tape here. You can see it's been used before. But anyway, all it is meant to soften the grip a little bit. Like if you have a machine part, like a crankshaft like this, crank it in there for you. You know, that way you wouldn't get teeth marking more, and you can crank down on a little bit, you know, but you really couldn't crank too hard. You know, if you wanted to work on the top here or something, or file or something, I don't know. But anyways, it was to protect machine parts, or painted parts, or polished parts, or stuff that you just didn't want to damage. And that's what I used. And if I didn't use that, then, excuse me, here we go. Then I would use, you know, just like a terry towel or something, you know, and put that in there. And like I say, you can crank up on it and hold it, but you really couldn't crank that hard because you would go through the cloth and stuff like that. And one of my subscribers seen that and left me a message. Let me get the thing and I'll tell you exactly what he said. Okay, here it is. He's a long-time subscriber, and he sent me a message. Not only a long-time subscriber, I've also met him at shows and stuff. Real nice guy. And he said, if you provide me a shipping address, I'll send you something for your vise you'll really like. And let me show you what he sent me. Alright. I gave him my address, and here's what he sent. It's actually a box inside a box here, but anyway, here's his YouTube name. That's RDG. That's a G. 2124. And he said I don't have to give him credit, but when somebody does something like this for me, you know, they're going to get credit whether they like it or not. And not only did he send this, he sent me a large donation. There's also going to be a large donation up at the Jacktown show. But anyway, what he sent me here was a piece of 5/16 leather. This is almost like a piece of wood, it's so thick. And some aluminum angles. He sent me a real nice letter here with directions on how he did his and everything, you know. And I'm going to have to vary a little bit because these plates he gave me, I don't think he realized how big this vise really is, you know, because what you actually do is you bend around the edges and you bend stuff around it. But these are going to work fine. I'm just going to have to adhere them a little differently. And that's to be expected. Anytime you're fabricating anything, you're always going to, everything is specific to itself. So not only did he send me the 2 pieces of aluminum, they're thick aluminum too. I guess that's 3/16 maybe. And this is 5/16 leather. He sent me a tube of this super glue. It's a gel, Loctite super glue gel. So he gave me everything to make me a set of real soft jaws for this. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, thanks a lot, Rob. I appreciate it. In case I forget, I appreciate what you do for us. But let's get down to business here. And you know what? Let me show you exactly how big this is. I'm going to put something up here that you can have a comparison to. Because like I say, whenever you see me do something here, you always see in the top of the vise. And people really don't realize how big this thing is. When I bought it, it didn't have a handle. So my father built this handle. It's kind of sentimental for me. You can see I do a lot of beating on it, you know. And that's been there for the 45 years that I've had it. And to tighten it, I tighten it with a ball peen hammer. Alright, I digress. Let me put something up here and show you exactly how big this bitch is. Okay, I'm going to be working with my left hand here, so there's going to be a little fumbling and bumbling going on. But anyway, let me back off here. Here's a Maytag twin I'm working on. You'll probably see this a few months from now or so. I don't know, but anyway, I'm dicking around with that. But this vise is almost twice as big as that engine, and the vise could actually hold this engine if I had to. But let me get the ruler out here. Alright, this vise is 12 inches high. The jaws are 6 inches wide, and it's closed right now, and it's about 2.5 foot long. But these jaws will actually open to 12 inches, a full 12 inches. So, like I say, this thing is massive, and we're gonna make it work. We're gonna take these pieces of aluminum and leather and make this work. So let's get down to business. So I could actually put that whole engine inside the vise and work on it in there. That's how big that baby is. Alright, that's the first time in 35 years that's been removed from that spot there. And I did that just to check the bottom, see if I could maybe find some kind of marking or name or something, but no luck. I just don't know what kind it is. So if anybody has any idea, I mean, instead of just throwing names at me, you know, like Wilton and stuff like that, you know, I mean, if anybody really has a good idea, I mean, look, it has the bottom here has these pointed spades and stuff, you know. So if somebody knows, and like I say, this thing is huge. So if somebody knows, leave a comment in there. You know, I'm sure somebody out there has seen one of these somewhere. Alright, I'm going to keep looking, see if I can find a name on there or something. Yeah, no markings on this side here. Call this the right side. No markings or castings or anything on there. And this thing's got to be 100 years old or over. Let's check the other side. Weighs about at least 125 pounds. Let me see if I can roll it over on its other side. Yeah, nothing over here either. This is the left side. Here's the back. No markings. Got a little hole there. Yeah, no markings anywhere. That's strange for something this old, because back then, a century ago or whatever, they put their names on everything, cast it right in there, forged it. Yeah, this ain't a casting. I don't know. Alright, anybody has any idea, let us know. Okay, first thing I did was make a template same size as the aluminum, and I'm going to put it up here where it's going to go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to trim the bottom here. I don't know if you could look under here with me. It's probably not focusing in, but when I bend this down, you can actually see it's got like a swale down here, and I want it to stop just before it hits the swale. So I'm going to have to cut that little piece off, about a ½ inch. I'm going to have to cut about a ½ inch off of that on both pieces. So let's do that. Okay, I cut that to the length I wanted. Now what I did is I put this 2x10 in here, so I can actually have some room to bend it underneath. But this is what I was explaining to you before. You know, when I put something in there, you know, you can tighten it up as much as you can, but then you want that extra tightness. You know, I just hit it with that hammer, and that ain't coming out of it. So I'll set you guys up so you can look at it. You can watch from one end while I beat on the other end. All right, how's that looking? You got your hearing protection on? Let's see. Okay. I'm going to have to beat on that a little more, so I'm going to have to back these up because I'm going to have to get on this side too. Alright, I'll turn these back on when it's all done. Alright, I got that bent where I like it. It's right up against there. I could actually make it better and prettier once I already got the angle I want there. So once I take that off, I can make it better, but that's fine the way it is. Now what I'm going to do is bend the top half down to the shape of this the back of the vise here. Alright, let me set you back up. Alright, I moved you over there. I didn't want to hit you in the face with the hammer when I come back. I'm right-handed. Okay. This is a dead blow. I don't know if anybody knows what a dead blow is, but it's got like, you hear them? It's got like ball bearings in there, and when it hits, it actually increases the impact. Don't use these below freezing because they'll blow up on you, literally. Alright, hold up. I know a lot of you guys are saying I should have annealed it first and everything, but no need for that. Alright, let's get back to hitting. Always hit down in the direction you want to bend. It helps a little bit. Alright, let me keep hitting this. I'll get back to you. Okay. I got that where I like it now, and it's holding on pretty tight. I was going to bend these ears down here. That would help it grab, but I think I'm going to leave them up, and I'll just round that off so you don't cut yourself on it. That way I could actually slide this right to the edge in case I want to hold something real tight, you know, and then actually slide it to this edge if I wanted to. Yeah, the reason for that is just to hold it in place. This is holding itself in place pretty good. But what I like is it fits this side just as well. There you go. So I could actually make it one on this side, and it'll fit that side. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I told you I was going to dress this up down here. That's kind of buggered up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is this piece of steel is going to fit in there perfectly, and then I could I'll bend that down, and that'll give it more gripping power. So let me do that. I won't be able to use the vise. I'll have to clamp that in there, put a couple clamps in there, and I'll probably use that hunk of leather so I can sit it on there and beat down on it. All right, let me do that. Looks good. Yeah. I think I might have shit in my pants just then. Alright. I'm liking the way this fits. Don't move. So I'm going to make the other one, and then we'll put the leather on. Alright, putting super glue on both sides of this thing here. This is a gel. Now, let's see if this works. Oh yeah, works good. As long as it don't dry too fast. Now, I'll put it on this piece here. Looks like my hand's in the way, huh? All right, I got 3 sides cut to fit, and last side I'm gonna cut after it's on. All right, let me finish this up here, and we'll show you when we're done. All right, I got it on both sides. Now I'm gonna stick it on here, and one end's gonna hang over, but that's okay. Okay, it's actually getting tight, which is good. It'll hold itself in place while I get the other side and squeeze them together. Okay. Okay, let me do the other side, and then we'll squeeze them together. Okay, I like where they're at. Now we're gonna just crush them together and let them sit. There we go. Alright, I like the way they look. Alright, we're gonna let them sit overnight, and we'll trim them up in the morning. Alright, see you tomorrow. Alright, it's the next day now, and these are on there. There's no way these coming off. But I trimmed them up and sanded the edges down and everything, and they're great. And I can tighten it up as much as I want, and don't have to worry about it. Look, a little higher. I'm gonna get a little tighter. Don't worry. Still don't have to worry about damaging that crankshaft. Look at that. That's in there, so I can do anything I want to that. All right. Before I end this, I want to thank our buddy Rob there for thinking about us and supporting our channel. I mean, he really supports it big time, and I really can't thank him enough. You know, just thinking about us and sending this. You know, because he seen it actually wasn't a problem, but it was something that we needed and could use. So thanks a lot, Rob, and everybody else. I'd appreciate it if you go over there and check him out. His channel, that's his channel right there, RDG2124. He's got a real small channel. He didn't ask me to. As a matter of fact, he asked me not to. He said I didn't have to give him credit for this, but I actually did. And he's got a small channel. He's only got about 30 videos. Not many subscribers, you know, under 100. But he actually has some good videos over there. He has some vintage videos from the 90s. He probably transferred from VHS of some steam engines. And one of them I watched was really good. He has one that's like starting and going up a hill, and it's clanging and banging and billowing black smoke out, and it looks like the whole town is on fire. But that one's really cool. But what his main thing is right now is he has these little things called speed railers. You know, it's what the railmen used to use to maintain the track. You know, like little tiny cars that drive on a track, and they're motorized. And one of his latest videos, he's out and he actually takes you for a ride in one, and it's really cool. You got to turn down the volume because these things are loud as hell. But it's like I say, he's got some cool stuff over there, and I'd appreciate you if you guys went over there and subscribed to him, you know, and gave him a little support, because like I say, he supports the hell out of me. And when you're that small, and you know, you kind of get discouraged, you know, because you put a video out and you maybe only get 25, 50 views, and you say, what the hell, why do this? But go over there and subscribe to him, and tell him Road King sent you, and spread some of the love here. Alright, appreciate you guys watching, and enough of this.